one is about letters. Letters are the building blocks of language. They're what we use to express ourselves through language, how we read and write and make sentences on paper. That's all letters. So we're going to talk about them. Where do letters come from? How were they invented? What are different alphabets that people use to write in different situations today? Let's start with that. Letters. Let's look at letters one by one and talk about them.
Nobody knows who invented the letters. Letters were not invented by a single person. Many different nations, societies invented letters. They made letters at different times and places. Thousands of years ago, people lived in Mesopotamia, Egypt, China, and Mesoamerica. They invented their own letters.
So let's talk about letters and who invented them. Who invented letters? Well, nobody knows. That's the key answer from Ling Ling here. Nobody knows who invented letters. And Blossom says, letters were not invented by a single person, not by one person, but by many different ancient societies. Invented them in different ways. They all invented letters. And let's have a look here. Wow, some ancient letters. They made letters at different times and places. Yes. And thousands of years ago in Mesopotamia, that's in Egypt now. When people lived there and in China and in Mesoamerica, they were all coming up with different forms of letters that were their own style and expressed their own language. So now we're learning English. And in English, we use our English letters, alphabet. You know letters like A and B and C, all the way through the alphabet to Z, A to Z. Those are our English letters. We learned about where they were invented. In China, in Mesopotamia, in Mesoamerica. All of these places invented their own letters. So let's get started with a little bit more about them with speaking and writing.
Humans used speech about 50,000 years ago. They didn't write at that time. They began to write about 5,000 years ago. Early writing involved many symbols, pictures, and signs. Then alphabets got invented. An alphabet is a set of letters or symbols. They represent sounds we make.
So, speaking and writing. Speaking with our mouth and writing. Humans used speech about 50,000 years ago. That's a long time ago. They didn't write at that time, but they were speaking. So they began to write about 5,000 years ago. Oh, I see. A little bit more recent. And early writing involved mostly symbols or pictures and signs, things like that. And then alphabets got invented. I see. Alphabets came from there. An alphabet is a set of letters or symbols. So that's what makes an alphabet. It's a set of the letters and symbols. They represent the sounds we make. I see. They represent what comes out of our mouth when we're speaking. So that gave us an introduction to two things. Speaking with our mouth, talking, and writing. It said humans started speaking 50,000 years ago. So long ago, that's crazy. And humans started writing 5,000 years ago. That's crazy too. Speaking 50,000 years ago, writing 55,000 years ago. And when they started writing, they started to make alphabets using symbols and pictures. So now let's talk about what those alphabets are that humans invented to show their writing.
Alphabets spread through traders. Alphabets have their own system. Alphabets have consonants and vowels. At first, only 22 consonants were invented. Vowels appeared much later. Alphabets quickly spread by traders. Traders bought and sold goods. They loved alphabets and spread them.
Okay, alphabets. Let's learn about them then. So alphabets spread through traders, and alphabets have their own system. Alphabets have consonants, we know them, and vowels. Okay, at first, only 22 consonants. Oh, only 22 were invented. That's not very many. And then vowels appeared much later, vowels that help make our words. Alphabets, they quickly spread by traders, I see. And the traders brought and sold goods all around the world, and that spread the alphabets so more people could learn them. The traders loved the alphabets because it helped them communicate, so they spread them. As I said, in English, we have our English alphabet. It starts with A, B, C, and it goes all the way through 26 letters to Z. So any sound you need to express or say in English, any sound at all can be said with the alphabet letters that we have. That's an introduction to the English alphabet. Well, when you're speaking English, you're always using these letters in the English alphabet. And they said there's two pieces, consonants and vowels. Those help you express what you need to say. We learned about alphabets. We learned about how they help people write. And we learned there are two types of pieces in an alphabet, consonants and vowels. Consonants and vowels. Consonants are the pieces, the major sounds like T, S, R, stuff like that. Let's practice that word for pronunciation. Consonants. Say it after me. Consonants. Consonants. And I said the other piece was vowels. Those are like A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes the letter Y. Sometimes it's a consonant, but sometimes it's a vowel. So let's practice vowel, that word. Vowel. Vowel. Can you think of some more consonants? Consonants are C or something like CH. T, like SWAT or sun. In that one, the consonants are S and N. What's the vowel in the word sun? It's a U, remember? Vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. So many consonants and letters and vowels that make up the letters in our alphabet. Any word or sound you express can be shown through the alphabet, the letters in the alphabet. That's what we learned, the history of how these systems of speaking and writing spread throughout the world through traders. That's what we learned with the history of alphabets. So now you know that any sound you want to express, you can use English letters to do so. Whether it's consonants or vowels, A, E, I, O, U, or sometimes Y, work on your pronunciation and then you'll be able to express everything perfectly.